All right, let's welcome to the show for a reaction House Armed Services Congressman Pat Fallon. All right, Congressman, what do you make of this? Are we any closer, any further away? What's your read of the situation?
Jason, I think we're closer, but we're not. That doesn't mean we're necessarily close. And let me explain. Putin, first of all, this has been a massive miscalculation. He thought he'd roll over Ukraine in 3 weeks, and now we're 3+ years later. He's lost. They've suffered. Russia suffered a million casualties, 100,000 killed in action, 10,000 tanks, 20,000 armored vehicles, a third of their Black Sea fleet. They got an 830-mile new border with NATO, with Finland joining, and the Baltic is now a NATO lake because Sweden also joined. No one unites NATO quite like Vladimir Putin. So he does need an off ramp at some point. And honestly, Jason, I don't think he knows what to do. He's just been doubling down. He wants to make sure that he has a domestic approval rating of about two-thirds or so, so he doesn't have to face a coup. And he desperately needs an off ramp. Everybody wants peace. And President Trump is taking bold action to get us there.
President Trump, I mean, he did the unprecedented, he did the important thing, which was to have the meetings and, do what he did in Alaska. But, you got to get to peace when both sides want peace. But I don't see much movement from Russia. Well, how will are the tariffs, how do you can go full throttle and attack Russia, so to speak, economically by cutting off their oil revenue, right?
Yeah, they've sold almost. It's approaching $700 billion, and mostly to India and China. So there's really two ways. President Trump tried to do, because he was acting in good faith. I don't know how much Putin was until recently. It's a carrot and a stick. So here's the stick for Putin. Economically, the sanctions, which would be the second tier double, if you would, almost the double secret sanctions, if you will, to sanction folks that do business with Russia, namely China and India, but also with a stick, we can provide far more weaponry, the latest and greatest, to Ukraine, along with our European allies. We're already into this fight for almost $185 billion. And this is the thing, Jason, the Democrats had no plan. Joe Biden didn't, Kamala Harris didn't, and the Democrats currently don't. Just more of an attrition and a bleed. And we want to see Ukraine come out of this relatively intact. And they have a population of 40 million, whereas Russia has a population of 160 million. That's not a good. You usually don't win wars of attrition when you are outnumbered 4-1.
Yeah, you're right. Congressman Pat Fallon, thank you so much for joining us, taking time out tonight